Good evening, friends. Today's topic is a sensitive topic. It's about Kurds. Kurds are the largest ethnic minority in four countries: Syria, Turkey, Iran, and Iraq. Today's topic is also going to discuss how the US President Trump's recent announcement of withdrawing US troops from Syria is going to affect the Kurd people of Syria. First, let us speak about who the Kurds are. Kurds have been the original inhabitants of Mesopotamia for around 2000 years. And with the end of the First World War, Mesopotamia became divided into four countries: one Syria, Turkey, Iran, and Iraq. In all these four countries, Kurds have become the largest ethnic minority, and they have been fighting with the respective governments either for a separate Kurdistan or for a federal solution. Now let us see the situation of Kurds in Turkey. The Turkey government not only tolerates any claims of a separate Kurdistan within Turkey, but also in any other part of this world. With regard to Iraq, Kurds of course have a federal territory called Iraqi Kurdistan. It's almost kind of a state within a state. Iraqi Kurdistan is very powerful. It has its own parliament, and it has the ability to trade oil within its area. And one more thing is that the Iraqi Kurdistan is far more wealthy when compared to any other parts of Iraq. And in 2014, when the ISIS came and attacked Kirkuk, an area where lots of Kurds live in Iraq, even the Iraqi government was unable to take on the ISIS, but the Kurdish army in Iraqi Kurdistan successfully defeated ISIS. Syrian war is a complicated war, as so many groups are involved in it, but let me divide it into four major groups. Number one, the Syrian government headed by the Syrian president al-Assad. Syrian government is supported by Iran and Russia. Number two, the Free Syrian Army, which is supported by the US and its allies. Number three is IS, and everybody knows about ISIS, so let me not go into details. And number four is the YPG, who are the Kurds. The 2011 Arab Spring also had its influence on Syria. The Free Syrian Army, supported by the US, revolted against the Syrian government. At this time, the ISIS also started attacking the Syrian government. So it was a war between three groups which was fighting fiercely against each other. At this point of time, the ethnic minority of Syria, Kurds, headed by its representative, the YPG army, thought it was the best time to attack Syrian government to get their demands done, as the Syrian government now was weak and it was already fighting against two powerful opponents, the Free Syrian Army and the ISIS. Now the Americans were already supporting the Free Syrian Army, also started supporting the Kurds. So the Kurds, with the support of the US troop, were fighting against their common enemies successfully. They were the ISIS and the Syrian government. Now the US joining hands with Kurds actually annoyed the Turkish government, because the Turkish government did not like the Kurds being successful in any part of the world. As a result of this, the relationship between Turkey government and the US government strained. Complicated civil war is now going on for 7 years, and all throughout these 7 years, I would say the US and the Kurdish army were successful in fighting the enemies together. But on 2018 December, Trump made an announcement which really shocked the world. It said that the US troops have been successful in fighting against the ISIS, and thus they are going to withdraw from Syria. This met with a lot of criticism, even from the American military officials itself, as it looks like betraying the Kurds. Because if the US troops are going to withdraw from Syria, leaving Kurds alone, it would be very advantageous to the enemies of Kurds. That is mainly the Syrian government and also Turkey. Now, Turkey will really utilize this situation if the Americans are out of Syria, and Turkey will start attacking the Kurds, and this would be really a very critical situation for Kurds. And mind you, Kurds have been really in tough situation in all the four countries, not only in Syria. They are facing a lot of difficulty in Iraq, Iran, Turkey, and Syria also. So, well, it's tough time for the Syrian Kurds. Hope they at least the situation gets better in future. Hope there's peace in Syria. Hope there's peace in Middle East. Hope there's peace in throughout the world. And this is all for now. I thought of explaining who the Kurds were and how the US government, how Trump's recent announcement is going to affect them. And we'll hope something good happens for all so the world is peaceful. Thank you very much. Goodbye.